Hey, everybody. So I apologize for the tardiness, but we're here and welcome to Master Your Resilient Mindset Live. I am Angela Willis, your wealth and wellness entrepreneur, and also um, nonprofit leader. And I want to start out by first welcoming everyone who are new to this live. If you are new, I want to welcome you all. Um, on this channel, I share resilient mindset practices, tools, and strategies on for people who are in a season of transition, rebuilding, or reset. I help people who are also chasing purpose or seeking alignment, give one thing first, and that is get clarity first. Clarity is just is a rare kingdom treasure that is often overlooked, underrated, and not common as people would probably as you would might think it is. And so, welcome, and for those of you who have been, who are not new or who have been here, rocking with me from day one, I want to say welcome, welcome, welcome as well. Shout out to my vision board members. Shout out to Hey Brooklyn for sticking in there with me. I want to give a shout out to all of our caregivers tonight. To those of you um, who are also just those of you who have been rocking with me from for quite some time. I appreciate it. I love you guys. You guys are beautiful, beautiful people. And so I'm excited to talk about tonight's episode, which is it's actually twofold. So we'll be talking about what does master your resilient mindset mean, and we'll also be talking about. I'll be sharing actually some a couple stories um, that I experienced over the weekend, and I want to make sure that let's see here. Yeah. Okay. So let's make sure that well, I'm gonna see if I can actually blow my screen up a little bit more. Okay. So yeah, so what we're gonna do is do one more thing. Yeah. So because I'm on a new device, some of my pre-settings have been changed. So we're just gonna rock and roll. No worries, no worries, because I got my papers. so back to what I was saying that this is not just a um, um, this is not just a movement that I believe that I've been called to do, but this is also a movement that I believe that we all have been called to do collectively. And I can't help but can I tell you how much when I believe God gave me clarity, how much I became less distracted, and how I became more intentional about who I align with, and and I also want to just make it clear that mastering your mindset um, is not just about uh, it's not just a one-time thing. It's an ongoing process. Um, just like clarity is a process, and so if you or someone you know is craving clarity and seeking alignment, want to make strategic power moves, I highly, highly, highly recommend that you tell a friend to tell a friend that we are live tonight. I want to apologize to our vision board members because usually I do drop the link to get it on the live. Um, but unfortunately, I did not get the chance to, but still, I can read your comments. If you have any comments, questions, um, yeah, put them in the chat, put them in the chat, put them in the chat. So, with that being said, I want to welcome our newest members to our vision board group. We are steady growing, and I'm appreciative to that. I'm appreciative for that. And I also want to give a shout out to, um, let me check one more thing. Hang on just a second here. Oh, okay, I get what's going on. So that was okay. So now I get it. So yeah, I want to just yeah, set the little vibe for a minute and do a mental health check-in. Um, so before we go any further, on a scale of 1 to 5, let's do a mental health check-in really, really quickly. On a scale of 1 to 5, 1 being, of course, um, being calm, cool, collected, 5 being like really, really, uh, just really, really like you need to reset your nervous system. You feel free if you feel comfortable enough putting it in the chat. I would love for you all to put it in the chat about where you are here in the moment. And we just actually, the weather has finally, we finally have gotten some, a little bit warmer weather, and fortunately the roads have cleared up. They're much, much better now. So that's a good thing. So I want to also make another point too to you all. If you are feeling a little bit heavier than usual due to just stressed out about some things and maybe feeling anxious, nervous, I would want to recommend that you all just as already, like you can say, I'm giving you guys homework right now to find you 2 or 3 people you can reach out to just 2 or 3 people you can reach out to hope, particularly 2 or 3 people. I recommend someone who is biblically sound, someone who is mature emotionally, spiritually. Hey, how you doing? T. Washington. I suggest whoever you reach to, for if you're feeling like a little bit heavy currently are feeling heavy or maybe depressed a little bit. Of course, don't feel afraid or feel ashamed to reach out to even a mental health counselor or a therapist. There's no shame in that. There's no shame in having God and counseling, Christian counseling. So I want to change. I want to talk about my last episode, which was about going backwards is not an option, but clarity is an option. And In my last episode, well, the episode before that, I talked about not being hard on yourself. If your season, the season you were in last year, was not, you did not see the outcome that you were expecting or you were hoping for. Instead, look at it as, and you were collecting data. Um, Reframing from just saying you seeing yourself as a failure, or seeing um, or counting all, considering all your losses. Look at the losses as lessons, and collecting your season of collecting data, so you can be so you know now what to do, what you can apply in your life now versus what you shouldn't apply. And of course, I said I had a personal story I wanted to share. And two things happened this weekend, and one of them blew my mind. I really was blown away. I'll start with the good news first. The good news was, well, that's exactly what it was. I received some good news, and my heart was full of just gratitude. And I can't not, when I say gratitude, that gratitude turned into, of course, praising, worshiping God, my God. And as I was doing that, I just felt something, just like felt like that something shifted. Or, I felt like something just broke off of me, and I literally felt like a turning point. And I want to say to some of my caregivers out there that's going through a season of storms, sometimes you can be in a storm so long that it's like it almost has a chokehold on you, and you don't even realize that you start operating in survival mode. And sometimes you don't even notice the heaviness. And I feel like that I need to let that sit right now with somebody. If you've been in survival mode, if you don't mind sharing, put a 1 in the chat for me. If you've been in a survival mode, if you don't have a problem letting others know, I would love to see how many people have been in a survival mode. I know many of us, just let's put the shame the devil and just be honest. So many of us have been in what is called a survival mode. And sometimes you don't notice that, you don't notice that your tone might be a little bit short. You might be a little bit more antsy. You might be a little bit more less tolerant of things. And I want to just give a shout out to JJ Harrison, who I'm not for sure if he wrote the song, but I know he leads the song "Incredible God, Incredible Praise," and that's the song that really resonated with me over this weekend. And so that's one of the things that happened to me this weekend. The other story that happened involved a young lady, a caregiver, who posted a post on AARP Facebook, Dementia Caregiver Support Facebook page. And she was saying that I'm 43 years old, I am miserable. Hopefully she's actually watching this. And she was just sharing how she's taking care of both her parents, and her story sounded so similar to mine. And how she was just burnt out and feel like that life was just passing her by. And I just want to say I was 30 years old when I was introduced into the role of a caregiver. And um, I will say that I honestly had no idea that it would be almost a 20-year run. And it's, I felt in my spirit to tell her to watch this tonight. Um, and I hope she is. I hope she's watching the live tonight. And I want to publicly dedicate this live to the caregivers, because you are not alone. Um, no one can do it alone, and no one should do it alone. And I know that sometimes the person being cared for oftentimes want only one specific person to take care of them, but in reality, it's really that's really not good for the caregiver, because the caregiver statistics shows that caregivers burn out, and sometimes health declines faster than the person they're caring for. And I want to give out some and just share some statistics with you all. For those of you who don't know, that um, women, mostly men, primary caregivers are mostly composed of women. And unfortunately, due to the cost of especially dementia care, which can be over, was projected at $2 trillion for the cost of overall care in the dementia field. And oftentimes the women face some end up filing bankruptcy or retiring early. And it's unfortunate that that happens, and people often, and it's sad that yet and still caregivers today are still screaming silently inside, I need help. And that's why I decided to write my book, The Caregiver's Financial Blueprint, to, of course, share my story and also relate to many of the millions of caregivers out there who feel alone, who feel isolated, who feel underappreciated, who often are seemingly left behind and left with trying to figure it out. So, as I mentioned before, I was 30 years old when I was introduced into the role as a caregiver. I was still working full-time in the criminal justice field. I was also running a nonprofit. And I was, fast forward a few years later, I was overwhelmed. I didn't know what to do. And so I decided to host a symposium called the Cost of Caregiving, Alzheimer's and Caregivers Financial Health Symposium. And fortunately, that brought in a task force of experts in mental health and in legal and financial planning and estate nutrition and elder law and um, things, all of those topics surrounding Alzheimer's and dementia care, and um, that helped a lot. It helped me a lot, and it helped also the people who that attended our seminars. And so now we don't do the seminars in person anymore, but we do have the online caregiver support. The online caregiver support course, and it's on our nonprofit website, which I will put in the description box. And what else I want to say? What else? So what people don't realize is that the longer a person lives with a debilitating disease, the more expensive it can become. And so what we do now through my nonprofit is I offer a resilient wellness workshop. It's actually called Master Your Resilient Mindset Reset Workshop for caregivers, and it has been a phenomenal. I've gotten a phenomenal responses from it, and I am. It just has been. And I want to say that the reset is not about starting over. It's about pausing, and it's about just really just pausing, practicing stillness, taking into account what's working, what's not working, seeing where you need to maybe recalibrate. And so I like it. They love it, and it's something that I'm hoping to get the word out more and more about. And I want to make one more note. I want to make one more note as far as caregiver burnout. It really is real. And I was talking about earlier about how sometimes the person being cared for don't want nobody else to take care of them. And I hate to say this, but I'm going to say it. Oh, well. I'm going to go scripture and say, I'm going to go ahead and be scripture about it. The Bible does say two is better than one. And as much as you might feel obligated to be that only person, I will say you may not agree with me because maybe you're like a newbie, you're a caregiver newbie, and so but I will tell you this, that as time go on and as that person lives longer, you're gonna need someone. And I don't want you to wait until you get to that point where you feel like you are about to just break like this young lady. Right now, if you get some people and get some things in place, right now is the time to talk about it. Right now is the time to get your affairs in order. Right now is the time to talk about it. And as much as people may not want to talk about what what care might look like for them, or what the end of life might look like for them, it's got to be done. It has to be talked about. And because when the person, particularly if they have dementia, when cognition is already gone, then it's too late then. And then it's too late. And then then everybody then having everybody trying to figure out what it is that this person would want, um, just creates more stress on the family. Um, so I want to say that if you hadn't gotten my book, um, the Caregivers Blueprint, Financial Blueprint, get it now. Get it now. It's it is full of nuggets. Um, it is full of information. It's not that many pages, but it's still very, very powerful. I believe a very powerful book to help you at least get you started and and um, and get you thinking about things that you might not have thought about before. And in terms of self care, um, there's different types of self care. And in my book, I talk about the different types, such as physical self care, mental, emotional, spiritual, financial um, self care. There's different types. And I know most people probably think about just physical, but there's just not physical. There's, as I mentioned, emotional self care. And like I was talking about when I do the mental health check, that's mental self care and emotional because it's a way of surveying where you are right now. And if we wait, I want to put this out there. So many of you may not know this, but trauma lives in the body. Trauma lives in the body. And so that's why I make it I make it a habit to have people to do a mental health check because um, we often think that because the time has passed and things of that nature, we are not having we don't have any more trauma. We're not dealing with trauma, but it can still be there. And so I just want to make a point and let you all make that point and let you all know that we might feel like, okay, trauma might from an accident or trauma from getting somebody hitting us, maybe on a, getting hit, that's something that's one and done, but that's not necessarily true. And we have to be vigilant about our our mental health as well as our physical health, which is why I call my channel the Wealth and Wellness Channel. So, all right, let's get to what does mastering your resilient mindset mean? Does anybody want to tell me? I see some of you are on my vision board mindset reset circle. Y'all want to type in the comments. What do you think it means? If not, I'll go ahead and talk about it. I'm just trying to make sure it wasn't, and then I covered everything I wanted to say regarding self-care. So before I define what does mastering your resilient mindset means, I want to talk about there are different types of mindsets. You got the different people have different types, and Of course, there's people who have a sales mindset. Some people have an entrepreneurial mindset or business mindset. Some people have a healthy um, eating mindset. Some people have a leadership mindset. You might have one, two, three, or all of the above, and that's okay. Um, but tonight we're going to talk about the resilient mindset. I can't help but kind of get a little bit. Um, I can't help but kind of laugh a little bit about that because, well, I feel like that this is a season where many of us had to be resilient and learn to build up our resilience. And I feel like that what we're doing, this is something that is needed. This is much in the time that we live in. This is something that is much needed and crucial. Um, like like yeah, like never before. And when I first started actually doing this, actually when I first started doing Master Your Mindset on my YouTube channel, it was actually called Master Your Mindset. Your mind is your business. Yeah, it was actually called Master Your Mindset. Your mind is your business. And the reason I named it that was because I was doing these caregiver seminars, and I would get caregivers that would come to me, mostly women, and they were like, "How can I create additional income? I need extra money." And um, their hands was so full with caregiving, and some of them would ask me, what are some ways I can create some additional income? And so I actually, so I actually created it was supposed to be a blog show called Master Your Resilient Mindset. Your mind is your business. And I might bring it back because I had a very good turnout on that. And I think I might bring it back. And I think I may do that. So resilient mindset is according to the American Psychological Association, a resilient mindset or resilience means adapting to and processing challenges using healthy coping strategies while staying flexible to internal and external demands. Adapting to and processing challenges using healthy coping strategies while staying flexible to internal and external demands. Now, my personal definition of a resilient mindset is the practice of using proven tools and strategies to reset the nervous system, release negativity that no longer serve us, renew the mind, get spiritual alignment, and finding clarity so we can evolve in our purpose. So mine is a little combination of course, spiritual tools as well as natural tools and practices that we can use to to release negativity, to renew our reset that nervous system, get renewed, reframe our thinking, our perspective, our outlook, um, things of that nature, so we can move forward in clarity and evolve in our purpose. Okay, um, that was a lot in one in one breath. So if you all see me kind of getting a little winded, that's because my throat is getting dry, and and so and I need a little bit of water right now, and but I'm moving up. I'm trucking along. I'm gonna keep trucking. So let's see. Does anybody have any questions? If y'all have any questions, who's on? Okay. So I think we're at a good point to close this live, and every phase of your life will require a different version of you, but also a more resilient version of you. And mastering your resilient mindset is about becoming deliberate with your thoughts, your emotional reactions, your inner conversations, your boundaries, spiritual alignment, relationships, and your next steps. It is a lot. It is a lifestyle. It is definitely a lifestyle, and it's also about protecting your mental health, um, emotional well-being. Um, I cannot. I feel like I just cannot. I cannot make that in. I cannot just make. I cannot highlight that enough. Um, Protecting your peace. Yeah. So I hope this was beneficial for you all. I hope you all were found this very, if not just informative, but found this very inspiring, uplifting, motivating. I know I did. I know I did. I actually enjoyed all of this. I enjoyed coming before you all actually live. I will say that I will probably in the next few weeks, it will probably, you guys will probably see these pre-recorded, only because yeah, I am in the process of getting ready to do some workshops. So I'll go ahead and announce that. You all be on the lookout for some classes or workshops that I will be hosting. And there will be more, there's more information to come on that. And it may turn into actually an all-out program. We will see. We will see. So, and in closing, if you are craving, I want to say, if you are craving clarity but don't know where to start, I invite you all for our Spiritual Reset Sundays, which takes place at 8 a.m. This is a space for stillness, reflection, discernment, and wisdom. It will be worth it is a little bit of a sacrifice to get up, but I tell you now, it will be worth, every minute of it will be worth it. Every minute is worth it. And we just practice stillness. We just practice stillness and resetting the nervous system as well. And there's no pressure. And if you can, yeah, so welcome. If you're not on the group, you're welcome to peruse the page. I'll put the link to our vision board, Mindset Reset Circle. You're welcome to peruse the page and check us out. And for all my vision board members, continue to, we're restarting the Proverbs challenge. I want to, I want everyone to read one book or one chapter from the book of Proverbs, one chapter a day. Journal what you, make sure you journal what spoke out or maybe what resonated with you. And hopefully in the days to come, we'll have like a meetup and we'll just talk about that. What resonated with us from reading the book of Proverbs. And I want to actually pray, actually end this with a prayer especially for our caregivers, because again, this episode is dedicated to caregivers. I know that many of you, I know you go through, many of you have been probably just overwhelmed. There's been probably one challenge after another. I sense that so many of you are just dealing with one challenge after another. And you just need a person to talk to. You really just genuinely wish you had someone who just would just act like, just seem to care. And I don't know who you are, but I do know that I do believe that person is there. You just need a person who can just, I'm a person who can not just attest to what you're feeling, but I also believe that I'm a voice. You also need a person that could be a voice in this, that needs to be a voice, and you want to have a voice. And so I'm just gonna, like I said, pray, Father, in your name. I pray that you touch places in the heart that are broken, those whose spirits maybe feel like they've been oppressed, that's been beaten down, who have been, who are feeling weary, who are feeling maybe just feeling like life is just out of just alignment, and they need alignment, Lord. Some of these, I believe some of these women are grieving, and they don't know where to turn. They don't know who to talk to. And Lord, I just pray that they fall upon this live, that they stumble upon this this episode and get some relief by watching this video, of course, and also accessing some of our resources that are offered through my nonprofit, Growth Economic Empowerment Enterprises. And so I pray that you heal the trauma, the disappointment, the betrayal, any grief, any shame. Family members said that they would be there and then they never showed up, or whatever happened. Maybe said that they would take turns and then only one turn came, or only spent an hour there. Whatever the situation is, I pray, Lord, that you would give the peace, that you would calm the overthinking, give rest to the weary, those that are weary, who have been caregivers for a long time. God, I pray that you would take the load off their shoulders, Lord, the weight that they're carrying. Lord, I pray, Father, that you would send them help, Lord. Even if it's by picking up the phone, calling 211. God, I pray that you would send them some help. And I pray, Father, that you will help us as far as putting our self-care a priority, making our self-care a priority. If that means getting up earlier in the morning before the day starts and just sitting in stillness or just meditating or whatever the case may be. But I pray, Lord, that not only will we have a resilient mindset, but we also have a health, a self-care mindset. So on that note, I do pray that I do pray that I would like to hear some testimonies. I would like to hear some reports or get some feedback about if this video has been helpful. So again, I want to thank you all for taking time out, spending time with me, and don't forget, Vision Board members, to do your Proverbs Daily Challenge and work on your vision boards, because we will be doing a vision board reveal, and the Vision Board Reset Challenge is coming as well. And on that note, I want to wish everybody wealth and wellness. So have a good night. Have a good night. Have a good night. Good night.